talk to her and her family. I'm just going to bring you full on there, Caroline. So good to see you. You look lovely. Welcome here
Oh,
to the
thank you.
Wisconsin Live Desk. Your first visit here, but hopefully not your last. For people who didn't see Bria's story, and get them caught up to speed because she really did a nuts and bolts of how you directly were impacted by Hurricane Melissa, even though you're here in Milwaukee.
Right, correct. I was born there actually, and migrated as a child to Florida and then to Wisconsin. So I've been a Wisconsinite forever. And so I heard about the hurricane that was heading there, but it wasn't initially going to the area in which my family reside. It was going more towards the eastern end, which is like Kingston, Jamaica. So it was not a great like threat or fear because there is a lot of mountains on that area of the island. So we figure that it would just kind of die down. I've been a part of a hurricane before, a category 4, very earlier on as a child in Jamaica. So we are familiar with, the winds and the eye and all those things. However, the hurricane Melissa decided to have a change of heart and actually turned and attacked or not attacked, but came in from the end where my family actually is. And the guests that we interviewed and Bria interviewed that were stuck in that western part of the island. And so I happened to, I was watching Fox, so I saw the story and I'm like, oh my God, I know exactly where she's staying because I've hosted events there. And my sister-in-law works at the hotel. She's the CFO. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to get a hold of the family. I got to get a hold of Fox. I need to make sure that they're calm and just, really relaxed because when you're in a foreign country, it was their first time out of the country. We're so excited that they decided to choose to go to Jamaica. And when you're there, there's a hurricane. You don't know anyone. There's a fear that kicks in and there's a trust issue. So I wanted to get in touch with them to let them know that, it's going to be okay. Jamaicans are very resilient and that I'm here
And you're
and I'm gonna
talking,
bring her home.
yeah, you're talking about the triplet, the honey,
Correct.
yeah, the couple that was honeymooning, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you said, you've been through this, and it doesn't make it any less scary. But for people who
Correct.
haven't, we see tornadoes here, as you know, in Wisconsin. We
Hmm.
see severe
Hmm.
weather. That's a whole
Hmm.
nother level. And so for people to experience that, it's really almost traumatizing. I'm quite sure it probably was for you your first time.
Absolutely, it was, but it is still traumatizing for that family, for the triplets. And there were other tourists there, but it is even more traumatizing for those that are there. And after I saw the news, I realized my mom is in Jamaica and I can't find her. And she's at the area where it's hit the most. And
So you
so
no,
my brothers were
you
there as well.
you still
Yeah.
can't find her.
I didn't find her. So yes, I
Yeah.
still haven't spoken to my mother,
Okay.
but I have spoken to my brother who said the ocean came over the home. It flooded. She's alive. That was just yesterday. But there is no food, no water, no electricity, no Wi-Fi. So that's why it's been a week. Today is the eighth day, and so ninth actually. And so I know she's alive, but now it is the recovery. The reason why I couldn't get in touch with her is the roads in that area, the power lines are all down. So even the U.S. military, I'm a veteran. Even the military went to Jamaica and they're there, but they can't get to certain areas, which is one of the areas where my family is.
Right. That's what I wanted to ask you about because I know when we had
Mhm.
talked previously, you said you still haven't been able to talk to your mom. I am so glad to hear that she's okay and she's got your
Correct.
brother there. But again, that is
Yeah.
daunting because those are the things that we don't necessarily hear about in the aftermath. Even if you try to get to that area, they're hard to penetrate, as you said, because of the
Hmm.
difficulty with the debris. So, right now, to your knowledge, people, at least in the area that you're from, Jamaica, they're still
Hmm.
without electricity, water, Wi Fi, correct?
Yes, no power. So absolutely. And the homes are still destroyed. So unlike, so I remember during Katrina for New Orleans, because even though it's not an island, it has a lot of water. The Superdome, where the Saints play, was the shelter. So Jamaica does not have a sheltered Superdome kind of place. So the churches where normally some people go, their roofs are gone, right?
Mm,
So the problem is all you have is your home or your neighbor's home. I know a lot of people were in my home because we have a cement kind of roof and not like shingles. So that was good to know. But yeah, there is no running water, there is no electricity, and there is no food. So there is no food in maybe a 3 to 4 hour proximity
mm.
because Montego Bay, which is one of the main cities, the airport is closed. So the flights can't even go there to bring food supply. So yeah,
Imagine we get a snowstorm. Let's put this in perspective here in southeastern
right.
Wisconsin, and it's head to the store for bread and milk and water. And I pack a bag for work every day, and in that bag,
Hmm.
I've got just in case something happens, I have protein bars. I mean, you know what I mean. This is for a day. That's why I'm trying to
Correct.
put
Yeah.
like think of our lives, and now think about this. How many days has it been
Hmm.
since Melissa left
Right.
town that they're still without
Correct.
the absolute human essentials to carry on.
Absolutely.
It's unconscionable. I can't. What has your brother given you any idea of how they're coping and him and people around him? Like how are they getting through?
They are just waiting because he um he just had like someone allowed him to use a hotspot. That's how he was able to connect to me. I called the same Grand Palladium resort and I told my sister-in-law, could you get a hold? I need to speak to my brother. I need someone there because the Palladium has generators and they have Wi-Fi because it's a resort. It's the second largest resort in Jamaica. So they were able to get a hold of him, but he said there is no food. There is nothing within the proximity. No one can get to them. So then I decided that I have to do something. So that is why I already had a nonprofit organization because I've done several events, which some of them has been featured on Fox, like pillow drives and help for the homeless and the vets and a lot of things that I've done in the community. So that organization has been around for over 15 years. Now we're mobilizing it. It's so Jamaica is when you send mail to Jamaica, it's Jamaica WI. So Jamaica West Indies. So I almost feel like there's a direct connection because Wisconsin is WI. So I'm playing off of the whole acronym to say we are helping to connect the dots and to bridge the gap because there's actually several Jamaicans in southeastern Wisconsin. It's a whole community
Yeah.
that's here. So we're doing a fundraiser.
Yeah, we talked to people here who had interest there and have family, and yeah, there are
Hmm.
quite a few
Hmm.
people. Give us the specifics then, and take us through this fundraiser that you're doing here, and this is going on. It's Menominee Falls, correct?
Correct, correct. So in Menominee Falls, we are gathering these barrels. It's these containers that you can ship to Jamaica. However, I learned today that there are no flights and or ability to be able to ship from Wisconsin and or Chicago to Jamaica. So we've changed it to is just donations. And I will be flying to Miami and then packing the containers there. And I'm going to go live and do so everyone can see the whole process. And the only place that's shipment is being allowed to Jamaica right now is from Miami. So that is the change that we had to tweak and made. So those who had given items already, what we did was just gave them to the local pantry because we can't take those with us. Some of the canned goods I packed in my luggage because I'm flying Southwest. There's a plug for Southwest. I have two free luggages right now, but that may be changing. So I do have some of the canned goods that are here. But yes, on our website, which we can lifetc.org, is the Life Transformation Center where we're collecting monetary donations and will show, which is a 501c3 IRS registered organization. And that's another thing. There's a lot of scammed websites out there. So those who are listening to our local viewers here on Fox and nationwide, please check the irs.gov website to ensure that you are giving to a credible and a registered organization. You will see Life Transformation Center, Milwaukee, Wisconsin pop up. That is us. And we are also registered with them. So we'll be collecting, and each donation, you get a tax deductible receipt because we just want to make sure everyone know that we are credible and that we need your help to rebuild a community that's completely destroyed.
Absolutely.
So one life at a time.
Yeah, it's a great saying. Yeah. So again, just tell us, how what is there like a deadline, or people want to take action immediately or in the next day or two? Do you have a deadline and before you head to Miami
I
or
do have a deadline, so I would like to have all the donations within a week. So the goal is to uh, travel to Jamaica next week, Thursday. Don't remember what date that is, but that's where the flight is scheduled for now. So the donation um, for giving, we put a deadline on it for next week, Wednesday. However, we'd like to just say by this weekend, just so we know what we have and how many of those food items we can get out immediately, because there's absolutely no food. And we're also figuring out how we can transport also water,
okay.
because there's no water, there's no running drinking water. And the side of the where my family reside, it is an ocean, so they can't really drink the salt water. It's not close to like a river, where in the Caribbean that's fresh water,
Hmm.
or more spring water. So we're dead smack on the ocean.
Sure. So yeah, this week, as soon
Yeah.
as people can get to that, but next Thursday,
Mhm,
we'll just call it Thursday
mhm.
the 13th because that's the date.
Yeah.
Is the
Uh-huh.
deadline, and then you'll head to Milwaukee, ship it, or to Miami, and ship it
Uh-huh.
out, and then hopefully, it'll get
Yeah.
there. But wow, that's a
Yeah.
tremendous undertaking that you've
Yeah.
done.
Right. We're recording the entire journey, because people, we do this all the time. I love transparency, and so people need to see, getting on the plane, the barrels being packed, them being shipped, and them being received.
How can people see that? Because you said you're going to be recording it, and I know I used to see you go on Facebook. Do you have a YouTube channel, or how can people, if they
I
want to
do.
be
I
part of
do.
this?
I have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're going all across the all platforms.
Okay.
Um, we're on X. I am actually connected with the Jamaican government,
Okay.
the Prime Minister on X, on Twitter, and Instagram, and he is aware of it because I'm not just doing food. I neglected to mention this. So I'm an actual physician. We're getting medical tents, and also mental health sessions. But we know right now the necessity is food, basic needs, food, shelter, clothing. And then in the coming weeks, I will be deploying a team as well to provide medical care, mental health care, because the post-traumatic stress disorder will kick in later.
Oh,
Right now, the
absolutely.
brain is in survival mode. Can I
Survival.
just get something to drink and eat? Yeah. And so
Absolutely.
we're going down to take care of the basic needs, but staying to help with the medical and the post-traumatic needs as
Okay.
well.
Can they
So we'll
just,
be having tents.
that'll be wonderful. Can they just type your name and
Yeah.
like for the YouTube page and then for, to donate, like give us the actual, make it easy, especially for people who are not
Sure.
technologically savvy like me.
Correct. Yeah. So actually, if they go to I am Dr. Carolyn, so I am drcarolyn.com,
Okay.
all the channels are there.
Okay.
So my Instagram is I am Dr. Carolyn one, because I'm the only one.
Yeah, I am Dr. Carolyn. We got to remember
Right,
that.
exactly.
Um,
And then X or Twitter is I am Dr. Carolyn.
okay.
And then Instagram is the same thing, but with a one at the end. And so is my Facebook page.
Hmm.
I am Dr. Carolyn one. My name is spelled Carolyn, not Line.
Okay.
And so, yes. And so the website for the donations is Life TC, which is transformationcenter.org.
Hmm.
There we also have all the distribution and social spaces
Okay.
where we'll be going live and showing and doing videos and clippings. We have a system where we just do one video and it goes out to all those social media platforms.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, it's just tremendous. You've done such great work. We really appreciate it. So again, we want people to jump on board. We really appreciate
Hmm.
you really covered every aspect. I got to be honest
Hmm.
with you. When I saw this and I was just doing a little prep, and I'm a huge mental health awareness girl, if
Hmm.
you will. I'm an
Hmm.
advocate for that.
Hmm.
And I didn't
Hmm.
even think about that because right now, all I could think about is the day to day,
Hmm.
as you said, getting the water, getting the food. But that's got to come down the road. As I mentioned, the trauma, it's got to be, you got to still touch
It
on it.
is going to be huge,
Yeah.
because we already have people who are just hopeless.
Yes.
And we have those who said, because there's no school. So no school is in session. There's nothing. There's zero activity. And all you're seeing is the debris.
Mm.
The mental fallout from that is in correlation to like COVID. So here's a caveat, Mary. My basement was flooded August 10th. So I am literally still in the getting things together phase. So that water never stopped. And I'm in the United States and we lost power, but we energies brought that back in like 2 days. I can just imagine no power, no food, nothing. Staying on the concrete. Some people have no homes. They're just sleeping and seeing the stars. And again, psychologically, that is a almost a permanent imprint where you have no photos, no school supplies, and most homes have at least three children
Well, and
in Jamaica.
and medicine, medicine for not
Mhm.
only the adults, but if kids need medicine, I have asthma, for example. Yeah,
Correct.
where's the
Correct.
inhaler? You know what I'm saying? Like the
Right.
survival. So there's so much to
Absolutely.
think about.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the mental health tent is going to be really key, because we're going to be designing it where it's serene, because Jamaica is a beautiful, it's an island, so they normally are pretty. But right now, seeing it, it's in a state of destruction.
mm,
So we wanted to get the food down and everything, and then get the tent. And we are getting also part of the donation would be getting the Starlink Wi-Fi system because that works in Jamaica during this time frame. There's only two Wi-Fi system in Jamaica, and they're down.
mhm,
One is kind of up, but everyone is using a satellite. So we're getting the Starlink satellites, generators to power it. And it's going to be around the clock, like 24/7, different shifts for providing mental health and emotional health support.
mm.
And so we want to thank everyone that's watching. Again, thank you so much, Mary. Thank you to Fox, who your interest has always been in the people, right? The community and what we stand for. It's more than news, it's family.
Thank
So
you. Oh, well, that's so kind of you to say. Boy, welcome back. Welcome in anytime. And as I said, we can have you here in the studio. So
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
just take a light moment here because we've had such a heavy topic. Two divas in this room, can it hold it? Oh,
Right.
I think it can. We're gonna put like a disco globe over there. This.
Oh my God, I know. Will it be too hot to handle?
We would. We'd be color coordinating. What you gonna
I
wear?
know, I know. Ted will be rolling his eyes.
I know, right? Right. Oh,
Yeah,
Dr.
this is
Carolyn,
awesome.
it would be great. Dr. Carolyn Anderson, thank you. Thank you for your
Absolutely.
insight, for what you're doing in the community. We will be checking in, make sure that, send pictures, whatever.
Mhm.
But we'll
Yes.
be sure to be looking for an update because our hearts are with those people, not only your
Mhm.
family, but the people of Jamaica, hardworking,
Yeah.
honest people, and
Yes.
so many people who have traveled there for
Oh,
vacation are saying, "Oh, I had
yes.
such good memories," and I've always heard about. Yes, it's beautiful, but the thing you
Yeah.
hear about the most is the hospitality when people leave
Yes.
that island, and so
Yes.
that's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a one love. We take Bob Marley, one of the greatest legends in the music world.
Yes.
That's his country. I'm sure he's looking down. But yeah, we operate on one love and unity. And I went to the post office to kind of stop my mail, and the lady was like, "Oh my God, what? Give me the website. The whole post office is behind you. We're here. I've been to Jamaica, like she was like 10 times. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe more than me." So
Oh,
yeah, so there's a lot of people that it's their second home. that are Americans. And so, yeah, we're just really excited. Again, great Wisconsin community here. There's a church, there is like a cricket club, restaurants and things. That is a huge Jamaican community that we're like just coming together as one as we continue this one love. And again, thank you, Fox, for just covering the story.
Oh, absolutely. It's, you know, it's just been, I don't want to say our pleasure in that kind of way, but I mean,
Mhm.
it's been just fulfilling to see the efforts that are going on there. So, with you.
Wonderful.
So, thank you. Keep us posted.
All right.
And
Okay.
before I leave you, happy Veterans Day to a veteran. Veterans Day coming up on Tuesday, November
Yes.
11th, the parade this weekend.
Yeah.
It's changed locations. We're going to give everybody information on that. But happy Veterans Day to you, and thank you for all of the service that you have provided and all that you do. We'll be seeing you
I
again.
appreciate it.
Thank you. You
Okay.
bet.
Thank you so
You
much.
bet.
Have a
Talk
good day.
soon. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.